Hello, everyone. My name is Charles Huang. I'm the chairman of Circular Taiwan Network. With devastating heat waves, severe drought, flash floods, and wildfires affecting humanity across the globe this summer, Mother Nature is emphatic in warning us that the climate crisis is no longer a research topic for the future, but rather a reality we should have faced up to it years ago. In short, it is high time for circular economy, and there is absolutely no time to waste. It is beyond clear that linear economy is the root cause of all the externalities, including the climate crisis. We must act together to transform this fragile, degenerative, destructive, and extractive form of linear model to a resilient, regenerative, restorative, and inclusive circular model. Without a circular economy, zero emissions by 2050 is unattainable. Let's first reflect on why we have not been successful in reducing greenhouse gas emissions and mitigating the climate crisis. Let's look at the chart here with data from 1993 to 2022. Despite the IPCC's rigorous effort in producing AR1 to AR6 research reports and UNFCCC's COP1 to COP26 conferences, greenhouse gas emissions remain unabated. Marginal reductions have been recorded only twice in the last 30 years, once during the 2008 financial crisis and again during the COVID-19 pandemic. Why aren't we more successful in reducing greenhouse gas? Yes, politicians, academia, and business leaders have been supportive of the circular economy. And it is also widely acknowledged that designing, buying, selling, and manufacturing more products for quick obsolescence in the linear model is the culprit for emission. However, truth be told, the irony is that when away from the COP conferences and discussions, virtually all economy and trade and their dialogues and negotiations continue to operate in what I refer to as the comfort zone of linearity. In these negotiations, the official negotiators and the business partners continue to pride and claim victory in the name of so-called growth, when agreements are reached for more products to be designed, traded, manufactured, and consumed, leading to overall higher emission. Further, when it comes to defining so-called profit, business leaders, traders, and economic negotiators also tend to tolerate and accept the extractive nature of privatizing profits and benefits while publicizing cost and risk as an unavoidable norm or necessary evil. In short, if trade and economic dialogues and negotiations between nations and along the supply chain between businesses were to continue to contradict with what the COP conferences were designed to achieve in the first place, zero emissions by 2050 is unattainable. With 30 years behind us, one important lesson is that transitioning to a circular economy is no longer a choice, but a must. In today's interconnected global economy, no single country nor single company can transition to a circular economy and achieve net zero, let alone mitigating climate crisis by itself. Therefore, forging seamless circular collaboration between nations and industries is the key to mitigating the climate crisis. This is referred to as CC4CC, which stands for Circular Collaboration for Climate Crisis. CC4CC is built on two circularity pillars. The first pillar is forward-looking and market demand-based. This pillar calls for redefinition of what a net zero lifestyle would look like at the source or at the consumption end of the circular world. For example, in the circular world, rather than taking up ownership of products like cars, cell phones, air conditioners, and home appliances consumer will simply subscribe to the usage of the product. This is known as product as a service business model. Parallel to this first pillar, the second pillar is about redesigning a resilient product service network, commonly referred to as the supply chain. Since the existing linear supply chain is mostly globalized with long product journey and open-ended high random emissions, the linear chain creates significant environmental and social externalities. It's therefore highly vulnerable and fragile. To correct this, we need to redesign a circular service network. The network will mostly be regionalized with short product journey versus long product journey, and closed looped with zero emissions and thus more resilient. Creating the CC4CC solutions will have direct and all-inclusive impact on the future state of the geopolitics, domestic politics, and environment. However, they will have profound and immediate impact on the future landscape of human capitals in the form of jobs and startup opportunities. On the positive side, CC4CC solutions will create new and circular jobs and entrepreneurs for the future. But on the negative side, these solutions will disrupt the existing jobs and businesses. This kind of impact can be seen as a risk, equally as an opportunity. It really depends on how we deal with this transformation. If we were to react passively and in isolation, we may find ourselves constantly wrestling with the risk of losing jobs and declining startup opportunities. On the other hand, if we were to act proactively and in collaboration, we can in fact accelerate our transition to circular economy. How can we be more proactive to act in unison? On the demand side, we can begin by evaluating what circular skill sets and professional expertise would emerge. For example, in a regionalized circular service network, there will be shift in labor and professional markets and different regions of the world, a different industry across the globe. And as consumer needs shift away from ownership in favor of service, people and knowledge-based circular jobs are likely to emerge and to increase. Further, as fossil-based materials are being replaced by renewable bio-based materials, there will be more career opportunities in the local bio-based sectors. And then on the supply side, policymakers and business leaders need to invest in the reskilling of existing workforce for a just and equitable transition. At the same time, we also need to integrate circular economy concepts and practices into the existing educational and professional programs, from kindergarten to universities and vocational and technical training institutions. In short, we need to be prepared for a smooth, just transition to the circular economy. We need to invest to not only recruit or push more professionals for the circular world, but also to invest to attract and pull younger generation into a new circular career through planned education and training at all levels. Finally, I wish the official organizer for a successful Future Forum 2022, and thank you all for your patience and indulgence. Thank you.